Yeah, you already know what it is. IlFam79 your social media choice, aka the one answering the podcast, and Captain Blue Albano, Blue Diamond, Phillips, Sticky, the Dragon, Steamboat, Podchamp, Podcast, favorite podcast, the Potty Pipe. I'm here to podcast, two bubblegum, and I'm all out of Dentine Ice. But y'all don't care nothing about that. Y'all see, I got the champ with me. God dang it. Once again, it's my man's the champ. And once again, the same somehow New Jack City has just got some kind of
We got a
connect
hold on it.
or something. We talked about that play. The same brother that did that play, Javarius, whatever his name is now touring the Rick James story. I miss New Jack City. I got to go see goddamn Rick James.
I need to subscribe to this man's newsletter because he make plays that just like it's not like I prayed for them personally or asked for these personally, but they fit in. You know how like the cookies be looking at what you know it, your FBI agent in your phone. He be looking
Mhm.
at what you got going on, and then all of a sudden you start getting ads. It's like, man, I really need me a chicken sandwich, and then every other ad is a chicken sandwich. So like,
Mhm. Sergeant Algorithm.
yeah, they done heard about me. Oh yeah, you said the champ. Let me. Yeah.
Talk
Okay,
to him.
there it is. How y'all? I mean, okay.
There you go.
No, I like the reveal. I like the reveal. There it is. So there it is. So
Yeah,
they know I'm
man.
not
Listen.
capping.
Yeah, man. The algorithm get to talking to you. Now I need to know what are three plays, stage plays, just in your mind.
Hmm.
That if they made them, you know what I'm saying, you'd have to go see him.
Ooh. The Montgomery Brawl, the musical. It's gotta be a musical. It's gotta be a musical. And I want Crime Mob because you know what song I'm gonna need. They need to get a clearance.
Mm.
I need the musical. I need the stage musical version of Nuck If You Buck for when it finally go down. Like that's what I'm doing. So I need that one. I
I
need
guess the lead song would be like I'm holding at something that's folding. You know what I'm saying?
see, you get it. You understand it. It's like you know how many trap like crunk hood classics that we could convert to like musical form with that kind of a mod. I'm all the way down with that. Like that's what is it? What's his name? Rafael Delgado. Like he
Mhm.
get him on the pen to write that up.
Yeah,
Like
no.
we
Mhm.
swings to the left of me, to the right. Yeah, Jeffrey killed that.
Mhm. Mhm. Rocking
So
and docking.
so I need the Montgomery Brawl, the musical. Um, I'm trying to think of current events where it would be crazy if they did that. One that's not a current event, but I just know his life was interesting enough, and the music is so good, it would make a good one. I need that Marvin Gaye story, the musical. That'd be crazy. I think that would be excellent, especially given how he started, what he became, and then things towards the end. I think that's just an interesting story all the way through. And at the rate everything is going right now, I think it would make like a good tragedy, like stage play. I need I would name it the like hold on, I'm trying to think of the right way I want to lay the words out. Um, I would say Majors and Minor, the story of Jonathan, the rise and fall of Jonathan Majors.
Mhm. The
It's crazy. It's
subtext is get
crazy,
you.
right? It's a tragedy.
Yeah, the subtext is get you a Coretta.
Uh, you better know who you asking. Like I don't. Let me put it this way: when he was talking about I need a Coretta, um, I don't go. I don't go to Walgreens looking for a PlayStation. If you get what I'm saying, like you have to know where you shopping before you ask for certain inventory. Like I don't go to Verizon shopping for a mattress. You know what I'm saying? So he went to the completely wrong store, came back with the completely wrong inventory, talking about I need a Coretta. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also a classic case of being a fisherman. You gonna cast the right bait out. You know what I'm saying? If you out here, did you see the pants he be wearing? Like he be.
I heard a comedian say that this man is a time traveler. He looks like they were saying like he looked like he 30, like he's in his mid 30s, so I guess he got to be in the 30s from the 1930s or something like that or whatever it is. Like he was doing some really 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 great things, breaking
Mhm.
down some really 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 crazy barriers, and it's just wild how um and it's a domino effect. It's like or as a friend of mine used to put it, sometimes when you start fucking up, you start fucking up at high speed. You
Mhm.
know, like you can, it just the wheel just get out of control, and before you know it, it is what it is. So, but I think it would make like a great like a great tragedy, like a Shakespearean like Greek tragedy like that.
Would you get
That
the
would be dope.
lady? Would you get the lady that's like known for? I can't think of her name right now, but she's known for like Academy Award winning costuming to like get
Ruth
them civil
Carter.
rights. Yeah, give Ruthie Carter to make them civil right mechanic suits he be wearing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I,
that, I think if you could get that, I think you would get a great combination. You know, it would look amazing. It would win
I
something.
feel like I feel like I feel like Dickies would jump at the opportunity to
Hey,
sponsor this, like
hey,
to throw money at this. It's like we looked at the budget. This is what we got. Take all of it. Just have him in everything that you could possibly put him in. You gonna see the first ever Dickies formal suit
yo,
playing
he gonna
around with
show
it.
up.
Yeah.
They're gonna show up with the pants, and he was like, "Is there any way you could make the pants wider at the
Not the Michael Jordan joke.
bottom?
Like I
Wider."
saw a tweet. I saw a tweet during that time when The Last Dance was out, and it was like they had the picture of Jordan with the super wide
Mm-hmm.
leg pants on, and he was like, I walked into the jeans store and they showed me the widest leg pants they had in stock, and I looked him dead in the eye and I said, wider.
God dang right. Shout out to Michael Jeffrey. Shout out to god dang Michael Jeffrey showing up like Mary J. Blige at all the games. Um, excited a lot of people already. We haven't even started talking about wrestling, brother.
At all.
You got a couple championships sitting next to you, brother. What do they mean to
Oh,
you?
So we got the Action Wrestling Tag Team Championship over there because we running things. Me and my group, the Good Hand, we got all the go to the tag titles, and Alex Kane, of course, the Action World Champion and whatnot. That's my boy, and we said we were going to do something in that company, and we did. We running things, so we call the shots. That is what it is. And then, of course, as you can see in Gazi, the one, the most important, the most recognized, and I got a lot of people trying to slide in her DMs, and there's a lot of people I gotta, how you say in the Fighting Temptation, not Fight Temptations, but the Five Heartbeats. Every night I got to fight to prove my love. Got to run up on somebody. Hold on, I'm messing up because the way I'm sitting, it ain't. Yeah, let me put that all the way over there. Yeah, that way if I sit, yeah, you can see it. You can see what's going on. But nah, I got a heavy schedule going on at least for the next few between you got Caprice next Saturday. If I can get past him, O'Shea directly Sunday after the Sunday after. If I can get past O'Shea, then March the 15th is Skrilla the Great. Anybody that doesn't know Skrilla the Great, he holds pretty much like a ton of singles titles in Georgia right now. Like he's really got it going on. And that's part of the reason why I love having this because it's not just spotlighting on people that we know are great, it's putting people in position to challenge for something great and put them in a spotlight to be seen who maybe you don't know got it like that. And Skrilla, I think, definitely deserves that opportunity to show people he's got it like that. And then April 21st, Parkade, that's a benefit out in Indiana that's yearly. And it's gonna be me and Hoodfoot. If I can get past script, you making the face, I know, and he already on social media talking about I don't want to wrestle. I want to scrap. I want you to put them jeans on, take them fists up, go ahead and do it. I don't want that, but he want that. So I guess we're gonna see what it's gonna turn into.
Yeah, nah, I've been to a hood match, like in live, and it was, we do okay over here, Black Rasmus. We was in the front row, and they said Hoodfoot coming, and we left. We got out of there, and it was a good idea. It was a good idea. You know what I mean? We got up out of there.
Furniture be moving in his match
Yeah, it
in
did. I
certain
don't
matches.
move fast. I don't move fast. So when they said this is a death match, and you got to get out the way fast. I was like, I don't move fast. I'm gonna just move now. So, um, have you done it? Have you done a death match before?
I've had on record. I've had three. Dark City Deathmatch versus one of my trainers, Murder One. That was in Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah, Murder
Fans
One's
bring
gonna
the
be in.
weapons. Fans bring the weapons versus Matt Tremont. That's on YouTube on Beyond Wrestling's YouTube page.
Okay.
And then recently it was literally my first match of January, and I just remember being so first match of 2024. I just remember being so because I rarely get to take breaks in my schedule, like extended breaks. So like I had my last match of last year. Then I had like 4 weeks off. It was cool. I just got to wrestle and catch up on some games and watch some stuff and get myself together and all this other stuff like that. And then I looked at my calendar. First match back. Barbed wire baptism. Me versus Jaden Newman. Barbed wire on the ropes. Barbed wire this. Barbed wire wrapped up. They had the shopping cart with the barbed wire. All that stuff like that. It was whew, it was something. It was something. It was something.
What's the mindset of going in? Because I've never talked to anyone, and I think now I'm interested in talking to Hoodfoot now. But what's the mindset of going into one of these matches? No, I'm a little bit scared of Hoodfoot. He do too
Don't
much.
be. He is a gentleman and he's a great dude. He's one of the funniest dudes you ever want to meet. He just don't
Yeah,
talk
but
much.
you see what he be doing. Come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's duality. We can you can do both. You can do
The
both. There's room
duality.
for both.
It's a good
Yeah,
word.
man. Yeah.
Um, what's the mindset into going on one of those things? Like, what do you like? Are you climbing your head into the locker like a Goldberg? Are you listening to some music? What are we doing?
So I know people who are like on the deathmatch circuit. Like they do this. There's not even a beef. It's like I like violence, you like violence. We get paid good money for the said violence, so we're gonna go do that. I'll keep it real. The deathmatch circuit is probably one of the more profitable circuits in professional
Hmm,
wrestling. Um,
it better be.
do I do I think they're getting like in my opinion, they're still not getting paid enough. But there's money to be made. So a lot of people will get into it on that regard. There's a lot of sacrifice that goes into that. Um, you you can't fake a gusset plate in your head. There's a lot of stuff that they do to each other. You can't fake that. Like when people want to talk about fake and how they find a way to smoke and mirrors, ain't no smoke and mirrors. You just got to have a pain tolerance. So
Nah, you got to
personally,
smoke
for me,
drugs.
there you go. Personally, for me, the three times I've ever been in my particular matches, they were all personal beefs. Every last one of them.
Mhm.
That's what it's gonna take because not to put on the accent, I'm a classically trained wrestler. I don't deal in these type of things, but um I'm not a bitch either. So if it goes there and we need to take it there and it's a necessitation to the point where I feel like life would be better if you were scrubbed from the existence of this planet, I will absolutely put myself on the line to try to shorten a few years or, just completely take you out within legal means. So when it's time for me to get prepared, honestly, it's a lot of silence. I know, especially for the barbed wire massacre, because me and Jaden been beefing for about a year and a half up to that point. It was a lot of silence, but I had to remember all the good things in my life. I had to remember all the good things, and I had to keep good things in my mind because you always want to remember that there's something worth fighting for where you hopefully come out okay on the other side. The most dangerous dudes in these matches are the ones that have nothing left to go back for, no matter what's going on. And granted, that might make a lot of them successful, but at the same time, that destroys them very quickly. There's some guys that have deathmatch careers like that, like they go up in smoke because you, you want to give yourself up to a certain point. You can even
Mhm.
give 90%, but you don't want to give 100.
Mhm.
I know that might sound crazy because everybody in
I-
this business talks about passion this and you got to give it all and you got to do this or whatever it is. One day I hope to walk down the beach with the person that I care about and I want to be able to hopefully walk, not have a hard hobble or I don't want to find out how a wheelchair does on the beach sand.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Nah, that's listen, 100%, man. You talk about taking it there.
Yeah.
Things progress very, very quickly with Caprice Coleman. What happened there?
Uh, it's funny that you bring him up. It seems like come for Suge Day today on social media too, because he dropped a little clip, not knowing I got clips too. And
Oh,
then Darius Cartier on the We Love Wrestling podcast wanted to drop a little something about me too. So let me get one thing out the way, and then I'll get to let me get what I don't respect out the way, and then I'll get who I do respect out the way.
give me.
Darius, look, like every time that you want to be relevant, you always bringing up somebody else's name. It never seems to be a case where you can just bring up your own and be relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always what somebody else has got, or what somebody else is doing, or what they not doing, or why isn't you in that spot, or whatever it is. It's like the cool thing about relevant people is relevant people can just talk about what they got going on, what nobody else does. They don't have to drop a bunch of opinions about what everybody else has got going on, and people pay attention. So, um, for all your Pineapple Pete stuff, I notice every time somebody brings up Pineapple Pete, it's never me who brings up Pineapple Pete. It's y'all who bring up Pineapple Pete. I got a check. I had a good time. Went on a cruise, and I kept it moving. Even when I was doing Pineapple Pete, I didn't stop doing the indies. So it's one of them cases I didn't think I made it. I knew where my bread and butter was at, and the Indies was there. I own the name, but
Mm.
and that's up to me if I ever choose to do that or whatever it is. But like, um, when it was done, it was done. It's like choosing to define me by a movie role just because I stepped out and I did a little comedy real quick, and okay, it popped off or whatever it is. But now I'm back to dramatic acting. This is what we do. But I'm Pineapple Pete. This happy to be here. That all this other stuff like that. Well, Darius, in kind, you one of them type of dudes to me that's like, had that been me, had that been me, if it was me, I wouldn't have, why wasn't it you? That's my question, because we done seen you on the timeline, and you telling NWA what they should be doing, and AEW, and they need to be calling you up if they really want something special or whatever it is. Do they even know the number? Do they have an email? Are you on the list? Are you the next person on the call? Are you even the 20th person on the call, right? So before you start telling me what I should have did with my opportunity, or what happened with all that, or Pete this, that, and the third, go get you an opportunity of your own. Because I know you wanted that opportunity. I've seen it. I've seen the evidence, right? So go get you your own opportunity. And then when you in the building, you in the break room, you see the little whiteboard. See, I can tell you details about the situation because I was actually there. So when you see the whiteboard and you gotta wait like 2 hours for them to go ahead and do it, and then they fill it in. And back in the day, they would had dark. Now it'll just be the dark matches, and then they'll do segment by segment. They'll tell you who your referee is, all that other good stuff like that. When you get to that point where you're at the whiteboard, and then they tell you what you're doing, and you talk to whoever you got to talk to, and all that other stuff, then you ain't got to tell me. You can show everybody what you're gonna do. But until then, keep my name out your mouth. Enjoy your ranking on the PWI right now, which is possible because of the hard work of Trisha Dora and myself. And when it's time for you to get your title shot, you will get it. You better be worried about Darius Lockhart, because you may not even be the Darius that everybody's talking about when it's all said and done, if at all. Public service announcement. All right, back to our original question, Caprice Coleman. Um, I'm still having butterflies about this match. I'll be honest, because I think the world of Caprice Coleman. I've gone on record. I've overstated how much I respect Caprice Coleman, and I apologize. I was very upset about the fact that we lost the Team Georgia versus Team North Carolina match. I was upset. I was really upset at myself. Even though there's some things about it, I was still the leader. I was still the captain. So I got to take that on. That's a responsibility. It's this thing called accountability. Ooh, that word ooh, scared the hell out of some people, right? Like, ooh, accountability. Mm. I have it. I use it. I show it. Caprice interviewed me at a bad time. This is real Travis Kelsey vibes right now, okay? Because like you saw him, he got in coach's ear. Now everybody on him, and it's like the vibes. Sometimes you get amped up or whatever it is. They talked about it. Everybody moved on. They won the game, right? Um, I might have said some things to Caprice that I shouldn't have said. It wasn't even on might have. I shouldn't have. I didn't know Caprice was holding on to it the way he was holding on to it. And then when we had to sit down and interview with ASÉ, things got said, and I knew we were about to go somewhere when he was like, "What do you?" He hit me with the Drewski with the, what do you mean by that? And then it went down the road that it went down. He is not happy with his portion of what he got from the business. He called me out again, the Pineapple Pete thing. He called me out for when I got in the room. Um, I didn't fight to keep my name. I changed it because they asked me to, and all that other stuff like that. And I took the money. Like, let me make something completely clear too, because let's just go ahead and do that. I can respect people who have done it on their name the entire time. Do we think less of Shelton Benjamin because his mama was on TV? Do I think less of Carmelo Hayes because on the Indies he was Christian Casanova, and although he's not using his government name, he changed his name when he got the job. Everybody doesn't always get the luxury. Um, it's like people make this whole deal about keeping it real, man, keeping it real this, keeping it real the third. I wouldn't have did this had that been me, had that been me. Um, and I get tired of that because it's always the had that been me from people who wasn't there to make the decision. I thought I wasn't gonna be wrestling, period, and this was coming from a full time wrestler during the pandemic. I went from making enough money to sustain a household here in America and still have a apartment out in England and still be able to have money to be able to do things, to I don't know where my next source of income is coming in because everything is closing down. We don't know what the matches look like and nobody wants to pay. So I'm fortunate for the opportunities that AEW afforded me and so many other people, especially guys who needed that full-time wrestling money. Um, it was an opportunity. I took it. I dove into it. I learned a lot of things, good and bad, off of it. I'm not gonna knock people for doing what it is that they got to do as long as they're not dumping on other people trying to get it, or they're not making us as a culture look like an entire fool. I was foolish, but I wasn't making our culture look like a fool. Um, that hurt when Caprice threw that out there. And granted, Caprice also said this. It was the stuff that he said no to and the fact that he wouldn't change his name why he lost a lot of opportunities. And I completely understand where he was coming from with it because he didn't want to be no singing, dancing, rapping, tap dancing cat. We've had stories on and off camera about them wanting him to do that and he could have got a deal. That don't work for me either. Um, but at the same time, I feel that, but I also feel that little bit in Caprice where you mad that it's me and it's not you. And I've told him flat out, I wish that you had grit your teeth and bared it just a little bit more. The one thing that they will always be able to say about me is I didn't stop. There were people who packed it in during the pandemic. There were people that packed it in during the weird times in this business. Um, they were all about being a wrestler when it was time to be profitable, but when it was rough, when the money wasn't always there, when the mileage was crazy but not the money. Um, I've always been on these roads, and sometimes it's been down in the dumps. I've always been in the roads. Check my resume, okay? I ain't missed a day. I had an injury that cut me out for maybe 4 months, and maybe way back before anybody knew me like that, I took 6 months off. I ain't missed a day. And what upsets me is Caprice has always been supremely talented to the point where he could have stayed in, and there's no telling. We had a renaissance in black athletes. Maybe they would have finally saw it, but instead, as I've told him, I think he took the easy route out. They offered you the commentary position, and you took it. And again, I'm not mad at you, but don't jump on me because I stuck it in. I still kept bumping. I didn't get in a suit. I didn't wear a turtleneck. I didn't do raps featuring Ian Riccaboni every time Willow Nightingale comes out. And I lost my share of matches, and I got beat up, and I got hurt, and I got talked about, I got tweeted about. Some people supported me, some people didn't. Some people thought I was washed up, some people thought I didn't have what it took anymore. But God damn, look at me, stuck in, and I got what I was supposed to get. And I think sometimes I am a reflection of that path that he didn't continue to walk. Because all of this could have been him too. So don't be mad at me because I kept it moving, that I kept it pushing, that you sat down when I kept stepping. That's why we're here. And I'm looking so forward to this match. And I was asked, and I get kept off of the it's probably deleted or like lost footage. Lost footage. I say 24/7 YouTube. It went up just yesterday, and then today, as of today, when this is getting recorded, they got a awesome match with Jonathan Gresham versus Darius Carter, which he is very talented. I'll give him that. He's just an asshole. You should watch that, but you should also watch my 24/7. Because one of the things that gets brought up is, Caprice's whole family is going to be there too, and the big title match and this, that, and the third or whatever it is. My family been at shows too. They've seen me lose and they've seen me win. Um, it's always, is the respect factor going to get in the way? This, that, and the third. I'm a professional first, always. So it's a lot of love for him before the bell, and it's going to stay love for him after the bell. But if his success story requires me losing, ain't gonna be no story ever. I can't allow that.